Hi guys, it's Little Sprout here. I hope you're all very excited for Autumnheart's Curse, Part 1. I tried a few new things in this video, so let me know if you liked it. I'm very excited. Also, a trigger warning, this video is incredibly sad. It's pretty sad. There's a lot of character deaths, so if you're sensitive to something like that, you may want to skip this video. Just wanted to give you that heads up. Okay, let's get on to the story. It was a chilly morning in the medicine den. The season was leaf bare. Juniper Stretch had just had 3 kittens, Autumn Kit, Moon Kit, and Maple Kit. The father, Faded Eyes, was very proud.
I know I cannot see the kits, but I'm certain they are beautiful, he meowed, gently nuzzling his kits.
Juniper Stretch curled up around the kits, looking down at them with a big smile. She nodded at Faded Eyes. Tiny, soft mews, mews could be heard from the 3 sisters. They really are, she finally agreed. Suddenly, another cat entered the medicine den, but this cat was large and brown, but also had a yellow glow around them. All of the cats quickly looked over, except for Faded Eyes, who was completely blind. The Star Clan cat finally spoke. Leaves of autumn cure the ill, but winter's cold always kills, she said in a raspy voice, as if it was causing her a lot of pain to send this prophecy. Soon after, she vanished. Moon Kit gets startled and quickly scurries behind her mother. The other 2 sisters look at each other confused.
What was that? Faded Eyes muttered.
Juniper Stretch seemed to be in a state of shock. Skyflight, the medicine cat, walked over, her brow furrowed. Something wrong? Skyflight asked.
I'm sure it was nothing.
Juniper Stretch quickly looked away. Skyflight looked between the 2 parents. Finally, the medicine cat's eyes landed back on Autumn Kit. They were narrowed and almost judging. Autumn Kit looked up, absolutely terrified about everything that had just happened. Finally, she spoke. I know what that was. Maple Kit poked her head out from behind her mother. What was it? It was a Star Clan cat. Have you heard of Star Clan? Skyflight asked the kits. The sisters looked at each other, gasping and wondering, do they know what Star Clan is? But before they could speak, Faded Eyes looked over.
Star Clan? There's no such thing, he huffed.
Skyflight shot a glance over at Faded Eyes before looking back at the kittens. They're our ancestors. The 3 sisters erupted in questions. Are they evil? Dead? Dead cats came to see us? Juniper Stretch was able to calm her kits. No, dear. They're good cats. Oh, okay, Mom, Autumn Kit said.
It was probably just a dream, Faded Eyes grumbled.
Juniper Stretch looking over at him and then back up at Skyflight with a sigh, shaking her head. Despite what had happened, the family was able to continue living their lives normally. Every day, the kits would get bigger and bigger until one day they were ready to go out on a walk with their parents outside of camp. Moon Kit and Autumn Kit had decided to explore a little farther than they should have. Come on, Autumn Kit, I want to show you something, Moon Kit said, jumping up and down excitedly. Oh, okay, here I come, she said, chasing after her sister. The 2 kits quickly ran down the hill, but it became muddy and they slipped out onto the ice. Moon Kit was running much faster than Autumn Kit, and she couldn't stop herself. With a loud splash, Moonkid's small body fell into the frozen river. "Help! Help!" she cried out. "Moonkid, no!" Autumnheart cried, running towards the edge of the ice and desperately trying to paw at her sister. "Please, Moonkid, wait!" She reached out, trying to grab her sister, but it was too late. The current had swept her body down the river. In a last attempt, she jumped into the river, swimming after her sister. Being swept by the current herself, she quickly turned back towards the shore. Juniper Stretch had walked up. Autumnkit dragged her wet body onto the shore, as Juniper Stretch could be heard in the background, screaming and crying for her kit. "Mom, I'm so sorry. She fell. I tried." The mother collapsed to the ground, sobbing, "No, no, no." Autumnkit couldn't stop shaking. Everything was happening so fast, yet also in slow motion. Suddenly, Maple Kit approached. "What? What happened?" Faded Eyes followed the kit's scent and approached them. "What happened?" Maple Kit demanded to know. "Moonkit, the water took her. I tried to grab her, but I fell in and..." The presence of many StarClan cats could be felt looming around the forest. Faded Eyes shot daggers at Autumnkit. "What?" Juniper Stretch couldn't speak. The lump in her throat grew larger as she sobbed for her lost kit. "Autumnkit," he hissed, "this is why you shouldn't run off." "I'm sorry, Dad." "You're in big trouble, Autumnkit," Faded Eyes hissed. "It's not my fault. She ran." Autumnkit tried to explain herself. "Dad, don't be so harsh on her. She didn't mean for it to happen." Maple Kit spoke up, trying to defend her sister. "Quiet, Maple Kit," he hissed. Both of the sisters began to cry harder and harder. "Kits, back to camp, now!" he growled. Maple Kit sped off. She didn't have to be told twice. "Yes, sir." Autumnkit could barely speak as she followed after her father. As she slowly walked back, she could feel the presence of many, many cats surrounding her, mocking her. What was this, some cruel joke? Eventually, her legs gave out. She just couldn't get herself to move. Suddenly, Juniper Stretch approached. Without saying a word, she picks up Autumnkit in her mouth, walking her back to camp in complete silence. Back in the camp, she could see her father and sister fighting. "She's not a curse!" Maple Kit yelled. Juniper Stretch put her down and said, "Stay," walking off towards Faded Eyes. "We need to talk, now," Juniper Stretch said in a very serious voice, pushing past Faded Eyes towards the medicine den. A cat named Curlpaw approached the sisters. "Did something happen?" he asked, curiously. The two sisters looked at each other and then looked at the ground, obviously upset. "My sister, she fell into the river," Autumnkit admitted. "What is wrong with you?" The two sisters turned their heads. That was their mother's voice. They both looked at each other before slowly creeping towards the medicine den. "What do you mean, what's wrong with me?" Faded Eyes hissed. Both of the parents staring at each other. Both of the kids' eyes widened as they watched their parents argue. "You called your own kid a curse!" "That's because she is a curse!" Faded Eyes, stop it! No, she's not! Juniper Stretch started to cry. Her crying quickly turned to rage as she looked up at her mate. You are the curse, she hissed. Faded Eyes scoffed. You know she's responsible for Moonkit's death. Before Juniper Stretch could even respond, Faded Eyes leaped at her, pinning her to the ground. The sisters looked at each other and gasped. No. Both were too terrified of their father to move. I may be blind, but I can still fight, he hissed, sinking his claws deeper into her. Leaning down closer to her, he whispered into her ear. Now listen to me, Juniper Stretch. Autumnkit is a curse. No, Faded Eyes. You are the curse. Maplecip couldn't help herself. She began to cry loudly. A nearby warrior, Thornstripe, heard this and quickly entered the den to break up the fighting parents. Once Juniper Stretch was free, she quickly joined her kittens, shooting daggers at Faded Eyes. Stay away! Mom? Autumnkit managed to mew. Both of the kittens quickly jumped to their paws. She looked at them and muttered, Kits, let's go. Turning around from the den, she could see Clan Cat staring. Don't worry, I will, Faded Eyes growled as the kittens followed their mother into a safe den. The 3 calico cats all curled up around each other as the scene faded to white. You now see Little Sprout, who's sitting in front of you. That was sad. That was probably one of the saddest role plays I've done. I really hope I was able to do it justice and, convey the emotions and all of that. I'm a little nervous, but I really hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm very excited to continue with Autumnheart's Curse. Part 2 coming soon. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, leave a like. We have a Little Sprout Discord if you're interested, and if you want to submit fan art, you can either do it in the Discord or I have an email. Thanks so much. Bye, guys. Usually when filming for a video, I don't plan anything, and that's what I did for the majority of this video when Little Sprout, oh gosh, Autumnheart, dog, her crying.